Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. I'd like to welcome you to another in the series, In the Light of Islam. In this program, we seek to answer your questions, dear viewers. Whatever queries that you may have about Islam, whether it is from the point of view of a non-Muslim who would just like to get general information about Islam, or as Muslims, there are particular legal issues that you would like to get clarification of, or understandings of different practices that we have in Islam. You're welcome to write to myself, Dr. Bilal Phillips, at Sharjah TV, In the Light of Islam, P.O. Box 111, Sharjah. With that, dear viewers, I welcome you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon you. And we'll go to our first letter. Our first letter reads, Dr. Bilal Phillips, respected sir, Assalamu alaikum. I am always hearing your program and I like your explanation very much. And now I'm writing to you because I have two doubts. Firstly, I want to know can a Muslim draw pictures of human beings? If not, why? And if we want to draw or paint something, what should we draw? Secondly, my second question is, can we believe in stars? I mean the stars like Capricorn, Leo, Gemini, etc. Because I never saw any fault in it. Could you explain it to me? If you will be, I will be very thankful to you, and I will be waiting for your favorable answer. From Sister Humaira Abdul Majid. The first question: can a Muslim draw pictures of human beings? We know, according to Islamic law, that making images is prohibited. The Prophet Muhammad, may God's peace and blessings be upon him, had said that the people who would receive the greatest of punishments on the Day of Judgment would be those who made pictures, al-musawwirun. They would be called upon to bring life into the pictures or images or statues, etc., that they made. And from that, Islamic law has taken the position, in general, that it is not permissible for us to make images of any living creature. And this is not something which is new to the final message of Islam as brought by Prophet Muhammad, may God's peace and blessings be upon him. This can also be found in the Torah of Prophet Moses, in which, within the commandments of God to man, as recorded in the Torah, in spite of the distortions that have taken place, certain aspects of the basic message has remained unchanged. And in it, there is a prohibition to make any images of any living creature in the sky above, in the waters below, or on the land. So this has been a prohibition from the Creator from the earliest stages of the revelation. Why? Prophet Muhammad, may God's peace and blessings be upon him, explained to us that the worship of idols, other than Allah, images, began in the time of Prophet Noah. And in that time, there were three very righteous individuals in a particular area. And after those individuals died, Satan came to the people and suggested to them to make images, pictures, statues of these righteous people, and to place the statues in the places in which they used to gather, their meeting places, and to place them near their graves and in different locations, so that whenever the people would come to these gathering places or pass by their graves or whatever, they would be reminded of these righteous people, and that would cause them to seek to do good. People took that suggestion and did this. And in their generation, people were reminded of those righteous people, and it encouraged them to do good. However, after some generations passed, Satan came back to the descendants and told them that their foreparents used to worship these statues and images. And it was due to their worship of the statues and images that the rain came, that the harvest was good, plants grew, etc., etc. And the people accepted that explanation and began to worship statues. So from that, we can see that the way by which people are deviated into worshiping other than God is fundamentally through images. And this is a reality when we look around the world today at the various religions, the various false religions that have deviated from the teachings that God has brought. We can see in each and every one of them a strong dependence on images. Images of human beings, animals, vegetation, or whatever. So the image becomes a basis for idolatry and paganism. Because of that, God, knowing human nature, its desire to want to see that which it's worshipping, and Satan, easily being able to introduce these kind of concepts to them, God forbade the use of images, period, because of the danger, the great danger that lay in it. However, there are some exceptions. One of the exceptions is for children. For children, we know because Prophet Muhammad, may God's peace and blessings be upon him, his wife Aisha, she had some dolls which were in the image of horses, etc. And he permitted her to have these dolls and to play with them. And from that, we understand that it is permissible for children, for toys for children. You know, what is connected with toys would be similar books for, teaching children or entertaining children, drawing or painting or carving, toys, etc., are permissible. However, once one goes beyond puberty, to make these images, etc., it's not permissible in general. As a child may draw and etc., but once a person gets to be an adult, etc., then it's no longer permissible. So, for Muslims, we should avoid this area of images. Also, Prophet Muhammad, may God's peace and blessing be upon him, had informed us that the angels of mercy do not enter any home in which there are images hung or statues set up, etc., in the home. So as a Muslim, we do not keep pictures of human beings hanging on our walls, etc., or statues, no matter how valuable that statue may be, or these type of decorations, as a Muslim, we do not keep in our homes, so as not to take the benefit that is there from having with us the angels of mercy. Now, as an option, when the companions of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ were asked, well, what should they do? They suggested that one may paint other things. We have so many other things that can be drawn and painted. We have nature around us, the mountains, the sky, the sea, the trees. These beings which are not considered to be, living beings in the sense that they have the spirit and they're mobile, etc. These are the ones which are forbidden. But paintings of nature is perfectly permissible. Or it could be abstract. If a person wants to get involved in art, etc., it can be abstract. Or it can be calligraphic, writing, calligraphy, different fancy styles of writing, can be painted, etc. So there are many other channels for this expression of art that are available to us, which we can do without having to get into the forbidden areas. The second question is that of the belief in stars. Now, the belief in stars, which means that a person believes that their personalities are controlled by the stars under which they were born. The year is divided up into different periods. Each period a star is assigned to, or a star formation is assigned to, and names have been given to them, Greek names, etc. And personalities have been worked out and identified. This belief has, along with it, the belief that those who have knowledge of this can then tell you, well, it is better for you not to marry a whatever because you belong to this. You're under this star. You are a Gemini, so you shouldn't marry a Leo because your characteristics are not suitable with these characteristics. And some people choose married partners based on these predictions. Now, this is predicting the future. This is claiming knowledge of the future, and so it is classified under fortune telling. Similarly, you can read in the columns of horoscopes, which is the system by which these things are predicted, where each day they will have some statement for you. If you are a Leo or whatever, today is a good day to do this or not to do that, or whatever. A series of predictions for you, predicting the future, fortune telling. So the essence of belief in stars is belief in fortune telling. Now, belief in fortune telling is totally prohibited in Islam. Prophet Muhammad, may God's peace and blessing be upon him, said that whoever goes to a fortune teller out of curiosity and listens to them, then their prayers will not be accepted for 40 days and nights. Doesn't mean that they don't have to pray anymore. Of course, they still have to pray. Because when a person prays, they get two things accomplished. One, they remove from themselves the obligation of the prayer. And two, depending on their level of concentration, they earn a reward for themselves. So, what is happening here is that for 40 days and nights, the reward which one could have earned is lost. This is very serious. This is very grave. And this is only for those who are curious. Prophet Muhammad, may God's peace and blessing be upon him, went on to say, those who go to fortune tellers and believe what the fortune teller has told them has disbelieved. They have disbelieved in Islam. It is an act of disbelief, kufr. This is the authentic statement of Prophet Muhammad, may God's peace and blessing be upon him. And this is why it was the practice of the righteous caliphs that when Islam spread, whenever they caught a hold of fortune tellers, they executed them. The punishment for fortune telling, is execution, death in Islam. It's a very, very grave crime, one of the major sins. So, dear viewer, Sister Humaira, I hope this has made clear to you what the Islamic position is with regards to fortune telling in any of its forms, whether it's reading a palm, reading tea leaves, or biorhythms, or this horoscopes. All of it is forbidden in Islam. And you should know, in any case, that these horoscopes, they are based on systems which have no scientific basis to them. They are very arbitrary systems, and the prediction